Hello friends, 682 days of war. In the southern war zone on Kherson front, Krinky holds and uses of electronic warfare, electronic counter warfare and counter warfare alongside drones, artillery continuing en masse. As far as Kherson is concerned, I would like to quote an earlier analysis about 35th Marine Brigade of Ukraine was reduced to rubbles after continuous attacks on Kherson front by the Russian army. Division is likely to be withdrawn for a long period. An Ukrainian post says, if there is a God, then he has forgotten about us. 35th Brigade will remain in history but not alive. Sad, isn't it? On Zaporizhia front towards Orikhiv sector, battle continues and counter battle as well in the western part of Rabotino. Russian army managed some marginal gains towards Novoprokopivka. Ukrainians continued attack towards Verbov but no changes. Rimivka, positional battle continues. In north, Ukrainians are preparing for a new Russian offensive near Kharkov. It seems Russian army is already preparing with regrouping and also shelling Kharkiv region as much as possible to prepare for a new offensive. ISW has confirmed this, saying that Russians may intensify offensive operations to capture Kupiansk. Otherwise, on ground towards Sinkyivka, heavy battle continues. Ukrainians have abandoned part of north and central position inside Sinkyivka, which has become grey zone, while Russians made some minor advance. In Liman directions, Russian army made some advance towards north of Torske salient, that is on the right bank of Zherevets river. Ukrainians counter-offensive reported on Russian formations towards Terny and Yampolovka unsuccessfully. Russians also advanced in Serebryansky forestry, which they are continuing since last 2 weeks or so. Russians claim that 13 Ukrainian soldiers have surrendered in Kupiansk direction. In eastern Bakhmut front, in southern flanks, counterattacks for the heights in northwest of Klishivka continuing, and this is going on since weeks, and also fight has accelerated for Avdiivka. In western Bakhmut, Russian army attacked Krasnoye, no changes. Northwest Bagdo-Novka direction, Russians have advanced towards Chasiv Yar. Avdiivka front, as per one pro-Ukrainian channel in Telegram, it says that towards private sector, Russians have advanced almost 200 meters in last 2 days. Fight is continuing towards Kamyanka direction, and also Russians have assaulted near coke plant but no major changes. In north, where fierce battle is continuing towards Stepo and Berdichi, multi-directional offensive operations continuing from the Russian side, and they have established in eastern part of Stepo themselves. They have bypassed this particular village in north and moving towards Berdichi, and also have advanced in the southern part of Stepoe. In northwest, they advanced approximately 100 meters towards Novobakhmutivka. No gains, however, towards Okeretino, which is now almost 1 kilometer for the Russians. In southern flank, however, no gains for either side towards Vodyaner Upitne. Towards Pirvo-Maisky, Russians have seized outskirts of the city. Coming to Marinka front. In the west of Marinka, Russian army advanced marginally in the areas of Avdiivka. As far as Pobeda is concerned, no changes. Towards Novomikhailivka, Russian army continuously attacking from south and southeast area, and they have managed to advance 200 meters north of the city. It seems overall, as far as east is concerned, Russians are paying maximum attention unless they restart, as I said above, that they are likely to start new offensive in the Kharkiv direction for Kupiansk. In south, by and large, situation is stable. Coming to interdiction missions, Ukrainians launched many MLRS and hit parking lot in Makarenko Street in Belgorod and damaged 20 cars. They also launched 36 drones on Crimean Peninsula. All of them were destroyed either by direct hit or through electronic warfare. They also launched anti-ship missile named Neptune towards Crimea, but was shot down by airborne MiG-31, which destroyed this 80 kilometers northwest of Cape Tarkhankut. Russian army continuing its interdiction missions. Like yesterday, they hit many targets in Nikolaev, Dnepropetrovsk, Kirovograd, and they claim to have launched 41 strikes basically towards decision-making centers, industrial complexes, airfields, etc. Coming to Palestinian-Israeli front, in North Gaza, IDF has made some advance, and in south, fight continues near Khan Yunis. No gains and massive airstrike and artillery uses continuing from the IDF side. Hezbollah chief Nasrallah has said that resistance has hit Israel 670 plus times, targeted 48 border sites. He further added, "We have entered into battle with Israel all along more than 100 kilometers on Lebanon's southern front." War seems to be escalating beyond Gaza Strip, where 23,000, close to that, people have been killed. UNICEF said that children in Gaza face deadly triple threat, that is hunger, diseases and hostilities. US bases in Syria are once again under attack by drones by the resistance. An interesting information from Jordan says that Jordanian F-16 carried out strikes on the outskirts of West Gharia in its Daraz province against pro-Iranian smugglers. And what they were smuggling? Arms towards Hezbollah. Wonder why they needed this particular route. Lastly, an official in Israeli parliament said it will be impossible to win the war if we do not destroy UN relief and works agencies in Gaza, and this destruction must start now. And that's all. Thank you.